the best at getting all the way to the cup that the Mavericks had since the first time they had Devin Harris? I mean, that's not as a slight to Jet, but Jet liked to pull up in that mid-range and knock it down. Devin used to get all the way to the cup, and his first hit here is
Larry Drew.
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
Off the screen, Vince Carter is on the board. The Mavericks' sixth man.
Towards the basket as opposed to a jumper.
Carter catching on the move off a beautiful find to pull their own. Yeah. It happens. So close, but not quite time for Gall. A timeout called by Dallas. Before the timeout, Calderon finding Carter, cutting to the basket. That's the fifth dime drop by Jose Calderon. And Vince Carter with his second finish of the game. Playing professionally for 6 seasons in Europe. He had a couple of years at Wichita State. Born in Tel Aviv, Israel, Mikal now becomes the second Israeli-born player in NBA history. And a great bang-bang combination of Blair, great offensive rebounder throughout his career.
That's a big boy rebound. Yeah.
That was like picking on somebody on the playground, man.
Carter sidestepped Damari Carroll and got the bounce.
Wow, he's good.
There's the rebound that Blair snatched away from Jeff Teague, and it resulted in that.
That's just knowing your game. That's knowing the personnel. That's how Vince is playing now. He's gone from being a high-flying dunk-type player to a guy that's very fundamentally sound and can play solid basketball in the half court.
See Jeff Teague take a step up, and another hope, of course, is that Paul Millsap, oh, that's nice, that Paul Millsap will be a more efficient player than Josh Smith was. Clearly
more of a pick and roll.
See Vince Carter making that three-pointer, getting all the way to the basket.
Fancy finish.
Very nice finish. 5 years ago, it would have been a dunk.
Bonus, and the Mavs haven't drawn a foul yet. You see a lot of, and still half a quarter left.
Alley-oop Carter for Calderon. Insanity with a rev up. And it's Calderon and Carter hook up for the dunk. First rewind. It's Carter gives up the ball, goes to the basket, and a quick feed on the oop from Calderon.
And somewhat of a screen by Dallenberg that time, but the defense fell asleep on the weak side. You gotta love that kind of effort.
Carter steps into the early three. Yes, sir. The run is 12-0 Dallas.
And as good as Dallas is playing offensively, their defense has tightened up as well.
Vince Carter making the run 12-0. Calderon leaves for Carter. Bang.
Now, the defense isn't designed to go that far out on the perimeter. Vince Carter surprising everybody with that long three.
The Hawks 5 for 12 from the floor in the quarter. This is an improvement for Dallas from a defensive standpoint. Vince Carter now making it 26 straight games with a made three-pointer, the longest streak of his career. Now, this was one guy who was tuned in the preseason from a shooting standpoint. 46% from long range in the preseason. Kerr. You got Carter working against Cartier Martin. Off balance runner calling glass.
Whether he called it or not, Vince is really in a groove offensively.
Carter missed the three. Fourth quarter time coming up. Dallas 86, Atlanta 79. Your faces renewed optimism and some of the old games. You've got Ellis losing the handle. Teague rakes the ball. Carter runs to an open spot. Ellis finds him, and Carter hits bottom on a three ball.
Simple driving kick that time by Monte.